Have you ever wondered what makes group work better together? Why some groups seems to have an exponential results while working together and others seems to be completely stuck in the way they are moving forward? What makes the fact that all individual efforts put together produce a result that is much higher than the sum of each individual effort? My name is Raluca Gomes. I'm the founder of Impact2C, a company that is here to support other companies to be more performant and more profitable. In this time of crisis that we're calling very unusual for business, we started a daily crisis question, a question that helps every single one of us, no matter the role that we may hold within a corporation, to reflect, to be a sounding board for his own thinking, but also for those around him or her, and to move forward this new area in order to find the solutions that could be there for us. Now, when you think about groups and why groups are more relevant, if you want, in finding solutions than individuals one by one of the things that you want to consider is how diverse that group is. Now, obviously, in the groups that are working well together, there are two components. The first component is how enjoyable the experience is. How much do we really like to be together? How much do we feel that we are at the right place with the right people, and so on and so forth. And the second component is the results those groups are producing. Now think about it. You may have a very nice group, and you can think about your own group of friends if you want. And this in itself is really, really powerful, and you feel energetic and you feel engaged and you really look forward to go and meet with them. Nonetheless, maybe the results or the productivity of that specific group is not as high. Like, for example, if you start playing a game together, or if you start, doing a reflection about something together, maybe, and again, it's debatable, but maybe it may not go as far as you could if you were part of a different group. So you see, it tends to be that the first component of the group takes over the second component, which is we want to be part of the groups that are nice to be with, people that we really enjoy. And sometimes we can do that because we can choose our own friends and we can choose who do we spend time with. Nonetheless, within a working environment, sometimes we are just reaching some teams. It can be your day-to-day team, it can be a project team that you are assigned to, and that team is not necessarily the one that you have choose. Now, why is this relevant? It is relevant because sometimes we may go into this trap of looking for what we like or being in a group that we like, and we forget about the second part, which is what is the value that I bring in, and how do I make sure that my own individual value together with the other people value from the same group are producing higher results. Now, it's far easier to work with people that are very much just like you. It is easier to work with people that have the same background, that are coming from the same, let's say, social environment, that are coming from the same culture, that are coming from the same, religion or things like that, obviously. And when you think about your own group of friends, probably you'll find people that are very much just like you. And while it's nothing wrong with it and the experience is much, much more enjoyable, we tend to also think the same. You see, when we want to find solution to a crisis, to a situation that we never faced, having one single unique way of thinking may not be very productive, not very efficient at the end if you want to find a solution. We may, turn around the same idea all over again. Now, that could be, as I say, a nice place to be with and enjoyable, but can have a limitation in terms of finding solutions. So what is the answer? How do we make sure that your group or the group that you are building not only are, enjoyable to be with, but mainly they produce results, they produce solutions, they come up with ideas that are worth moving the world forward. Now, the key answer to that is diversity. What we want is to have us group members that came from different backgrounds or that have a different, let's say, experience. Think about it, a team. And when we do a project team, usually we try to mix a little bit people from, let's say, finance with people from marketing, from the industrial department. And the only reason we are doing so is because not only we may need different competencies during the project, but also the ideas that we want to generate are coming in a different way. Usually a creative mind, maybe like a marketing mind, will be not functioning or not seeing the same thing that a more Cartesian mind that could be from an engineer or from an industrial department, let's say. So putting all these people together may create something a little bit bigger. It may be not as comfortable in the beginning, but nonetheless, ideas will be flowing because we are seeing things from one perspective. But if somebody is looking from this or from behind, they will see things from different perspective. So the question for today is, how do you make sure that you have diverse groups? Now we'll continue this tomorrow. In the meantime, remember, all that we do is to be your sounding board, to be your brainstorming partner. So together to ask those questions and eventually find the solutions that can help you win this crisis. Once again, thank you for listening and see you tomorrow.